Okay, hello, hello, hello. Welcome. This is the Rezenkia Way interview with, you can state your name.
Danielle.
Yes, Danielle. Danielle has been with me for 6 weeks, and she did brilliant, just absolutely brilliant. It's been a pleasure working with her. It's been a pleasure working with you, and I just wanted the opportunity to share with everyone um, what they could expect if they were to work with me doing my program, particularly the nutritional plan, which is what you did. You did the 6 week customized workout plan. You also did the Rezenkia Way online studio. You did that with me 2 days out of the week. And you did the consultations. So, yeah, so I have a few questions that I'm going to ask you.
Okay.
And you can answer the best way you feel like answering. I would hope truthfully. You don't have to lie. Just be truthful. Be truthful. Okay, here we go. So, question number one. So, what was your why for doing the challenge?
So my why initially was I did it as a raw foodist. So for me, I had kind of gotten into the whole exercise and eating well, but I wanted to make sure that with the raw that I knew what I was doing for muscle building, because you hear so many things and I just wanted some guidance with that. So that was initially why I reached out.
Okay, very good. Um, would you say that? Well, I'm gonna save that question. Okay, so how was your experience with the Rezenkia Way system in terms of the online virtual workouts?
I loved them. They were very different than I was used to. And so those 2 days a week kind of broke up my week. And so I liked it.
Oh, that's awesome. I had a blast. I
Yeah, they were good.
Okay, that's awesome. Let's see. Okay, so how was your experience with working with me as your coach?
Oh, it was great. You were super friendly and super helpful and very knowledgeable. Like I felt like when I ever had a question about all random things that you were very helpful.
Thank you. Thank you, Danielle. Listen, I'm not paying her to answer any of these questions, okay? Just FYI, audience. I'm not paying her. That's not what it is. Okay, number three. Did you learn anything new while being on the program?
Uh, I think I learned that people work very hard to get the bodies that they have,
Yeah.
and that it does take a lot of work. Um, I also learned, uh, I would say I learned also that there are many different types. Like it wasn't just the standard bodybuilding. So yeah. And I also learned how much your mobility changes just as a result of putting in the effort with weights.
Yeah, very true. Very true. And okay, I have all these ideas, but we're going to talk about it afterwards. Okay, I'm interviewing you. You're not interviewing me. So here we go. All right. Number four, in what ways did you grow the most?
um, I would say learning to write, like have a plan. And I really learned that I needed to be consistent, and that even the way of eating is a way of consistency. Like it just all is very consistent. Yeah. It's the
Yeah.
best way to say it. Like, yeah, it's not just the exercising, it's the planning of your day, it's the times that you eat, it's the amounts that you eat, your rest, and just all being planned in to be set up for success.
That was beautifully said. I think a lot of people, one of their challenges is consistency. You know, you find a lot of people, and not just with a um, weight goals, weight loss goals, or weight gain goals, if that is a goal of yours, or fitness and nutrition goals, but just other aspirations that they may have in their life. They find that consistency is a major thing. Like they're not consistent, and so I would say, all of it is a part of, self love, like loving yourself enough to be consistent. You know what I mean? To be consistent, because that is what's going to help you reach your goal. But it
Yeah.
starts with, that self love.
Yeah.
So that's awesome. That's awesome. Okay. Number 5, if any, what were your challenges? Did you have any challenges?
Actually, I would say one of my biggest challenges actually turned out to be something that I appreciated in the end. Was so the challenge at first maybe was the lack of consistency. I'm sorry, the lack of different foods.
Yeah.
But in the end, I found that that made it easier, because then I wasn't having to worry about all these different choices. So at first it was hard, but then yeah, it that made it actually probably easier.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, that's awesome. That's a different perspective. Yeah. Very cool. Okay. So let's see. Number 6, what did you find to be easy?
What did I find to be easy?
Mhm.
I found it like once you get the rhythm of it, I think that it was all kind of easy because it was all written out for me. So I knew exactly what I had to do. I knew exactly what I had to eat. And so that made it super easy.
Very cool. Very cool. Thank you for that. Let's see. Number 7. So what did you enjoy, and what did you enjoy the most about the program?
I enjoyed the most would be your custom workouts that we did over Zoom.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's awesome.
that was definitely, yeah, that's what I enjoyed the most.
That's cool. I enjoyed that too. It was great to see your face 3 days a week. It was. I love connecting with you. It's awesome. Okay. So, number 8. So, would you recommend the program to others? If so, why?
Yes, I would recommend it to others. I think that because you have packages, I just think there's something for everybody. And so whether it's starting off with a workout or whether it's getting the full meal deal with food and everything, I think that it just kind of allows people to start where they are. And, and if they want to progress, more, then they have that opportunity. But yeah, I think it's great for anybody who wants to start their fitness journey or just needs some guidance with even food. Yeah.
Cool. Very cool. Thank you. That's one of the things I was trying, was my, you know, intent was to be very open to just anyone that needed some assistance in their health, nutrition, fitness, wellness journey. I wanted to be very open because you know, this world is full of different personalities and different needs and individuals, and I just wanted to be able to offer that. And I'm glad that you saw that and you took advantage of that.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Okay, thank you. Let's see. Number 9, which is really number 10. What were a few of your fitness, nutrition, and wellness goals before beginning the program?
Uh, my goals at first were to lose weight. So that's kind of where I started. I had a ton of weight to lose. And so that's where I started, and doing like progressively getting better with my fitness. Obviously, when you're heavier, you're starting at a different place and then just progressing into something more. And then I got to a point where I kind of was at my goal weight, but needed to tone up a lot more.
Yeah, that's awesome. Okay. All right, and our final question. Let's see. Did you accomplish all of your fitness, nutrition, and wellness goals from the program?
I did. Yeah, I did. I would say I was more, because initially it was strictly just to know more about the raw food diet and what to do. But I got like workouts out of it. I got kind of structure of eating. I got yeah, lots of stuff out of it. So yeah.
Cool. Awesome. I'm glad to hear that. So, um, I want to open the floor to anything additional that you may want to share, about your experience, about, how you felt initially before starting the program and how you feel now, being that it's been your 6 weeks have been completed. So anything that at all that you may want to share.
I think the one thing I want to share is not like for people just to not worry about what other people are doing, and like if there's exercises that you can't do, try to do them the best you can. And they're like, I literally, it might be pathetic to some, I couldn't do a lunge when we first started. I was rocking all over the place, like I could not do it. Whereas now I do them with heavy weights. And so, that's the biggest thing, is just start where you can. And by the end of it, it's amazing where you end up.
That's beautiful, Danielle. That is so beautiful for you to say, because I feel like, just out of have been doing this for a long time, I've experienced people that, they, again, the consistency, like they have this goal in their mind, and then they have self-doubt because of their current state, their current reality, what their body is currently at physically, and it discourages them, instead of being consistent with that self-love to say, okay, yeah, this may be where I'm starting, but I know where I see myself 6 weeks from now. I know where I see myself 8 weeks from now, 12 weeks. I know where I see myself, and just being able to, again, implement that and have that faith in themselves to say, I'm going to do this and stay committed to it. When you make that type of commitment with yourself, no matter what program you're doing, whether it's my program or anyone else's, whether it's something that you're doing, for yourself, you've developed for yourself, the fact that you are making a commitment to yourself, to not give up and to not stop, will guarantee positive results. It will guarantee positive change. It will guarantee it, but you can't stop. You got to keep going.
Yeah.
So, mhm.
Well, and I also like, I think jotting down even little things like the weights that you used, and trying the next week to either do a few more or just a little bit heavier, and seeing the progress that you're making when
Mhm.
maybe don't feel like you are. If you're like, you feel like you're not seeing it, but you are, you are progressing.
Yep, exactly. You're progressing, and those practical tools like that, like jotting down and notating your progression from
Mhm.
week to week, or from day to day, or from workout to workout, right? Makes a difference, because even if, again, you may not feel it or see it, I always say the numbers don't lie. Numbers don't lie, whether that's measurements or tracking by your, you know, how you're gaining strength through how much weight you're able to lift from one week to the next, right?
Mhm.
Those numbers, they don't lie. And so give yourself credit. Give
Yeah.
yourself credit and be patient. Be patient with yourself. Because again, the positive results are inevitable. It's going to happen. It's
Yeah.
going to happen. So yay! So thank you, Danielle. I appreciate you so much for taking the time out of your day to answer these questions for me, so that those that's never, embarked upon my program, or those that may be interested in my program, they can see from someone who has done it that there are positive results. We're not going to share your pictures, because that's not what we want to do. However, We don't have to. We have the living, alive, and well person speaking on her behalf about her experience. But we will share, Danielle, how much weight did you lose within the 6 week period?
It was the last 11 pounds. So I literally got down to the lowest weight that I know that I've ever been.
That's awesome.
Yeah, like even I'm talking 13 years old, I don't think I weighed that. So yeah, no. So
wow.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. I love that. I love that. Woo!
One thing I do want to say about your program, though, just so that people don't get confused.
Yes.
As I do think, though, you offer multiple like dietary programs, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I just wanted people to know that just because I went down a certain path, you do offer all. Yeah.
Correct. Absolutely. And
Yeah.
that's something I try to share every opportunity that I get, because, people, they make assumptions, right? And the assumptions aren't correct, aren't always accurate. So absolutely, I meet people right where they are, whether they're a carnivore, whether they're, pescatarian, fish, whether they are cooked vegan or raw vegan. No matter what it is, I meet the person where they are, and based on what their goals and needs are, I kind of just individualize their plan based on that. Because one person's goals or one person's path is not going to be the next person's path.
Yeah.
Whether it's, very similar, there's still going to be some variations that differentiates their path. So that would differentiate their plan. So, yeah, I'm glad you said that. You made that statement, because yeah, I meet you right where you are based on what your goals are.
Yeah.
And that's just it. Yeah. That's awesome. I love that. Thank you, Danielle. I love you. You're amazing. You're amazing. Thank you so much. I On that note, I want to say again, thank you for your time, and it's been a pleasure working with you. And I have your number. We're going to stay connected. And yes, yes, yes. And actually, I want you to share a little bit about what you're now doing in terms of your fitness and nutrition, your new goals, nutritionally, fitness wise. What are you now doing after the program?
So the kind of the physical aspect of it has remained the same. I alternate my programs. And so I'm kind of just continuing on.
Okay.
But food wise, I'm still sticking to how it was, but maybe just adding a little bit more variety.
Okay. Very cool. I like that. I like that. Very cool. Okay.
Yeah.
So
Because I'm still on wanting to, gain muscle, and, I got to kind of where my weight was good and, started building muscle. And so that's kind of the road I'm going down.
very cool. Very, very cool. So I guarantee you, have we had another few more weeks? Listen, it would have been on and popping, but it's cool. I'm grateful for the 6 weeks we've had. And I'm also available to you if you have any questions, as although your program is over, if you have any questions about, anything that you're doing weight wise, in the gym, your workouts, even nutritionally, shoot me a text, a message, give me a call and say, hey, I'm doing this right now. I want to know your thoughts about it. Boom, boom, boom. I'm accessible. So you can reach out and ask me those questions. Absolutely.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
You're so welcome. You're so welcome. All right. Well, this is going to conclude our interview. Thank you again, Danielle, for your time. And thank you, viewers. And if you want to ask me any questions, if you're interested in trying my program, you can email me at zenkali@gmail.com. You can also check out my Instagram, Rezenkia, and you can also check out my Facebook, Rezenkia Living. And I'll have all of that in the description below. So thank you again. Peace and love. Until next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.
So we're going to cancel it, stop it, boom.